2027 Oscar nomination predictions for the month of March. It's a new Oscar season, folks. So, as usual, be nice to my predictions and be nice to other people's predictions. It's very early. None of us really know what's happening. It's hard to be confident about stuff this early out. So, let's just have fun. Alright, here we go. Best Picture: Project Hail Mary, The Odyssey, Fjord, Digger, Narnia, The Magician's Nephew, Rose, The Invite, Cry to Heaven, Wild Horse 9, Ink. The Social Reckoning, Mouse, The Unknown, Sheep in the Box, Dune Part 3, Disclosure Day, Werewolf, Saturn Return, Mimesis, and Coward. The only reason why Project Hail Mary is number one is because after 2 seasons of having my number one predicted film for Best Picture, on my first round of Oscar predictions not making it into Best Picture, I feel like I just want to predict something that I feel confident would get into Best Picture, even if it's not winning. I don't think Project Hail Mary is going to win Best Picture. I don't think that's what's going to happen. It's only a placeholder, just because I think I feel the most confident in this getting a Best Picture nomination. So I at least want to predict put a film at number one that will get a Best Picture nomination. So hopefully that happens for Project Hail Mary. It's a good movie. It's got great reviews, and considering its box office performance, it could easily get into Best Picture. I'm not sure if Disclosure Day is going to get into Best Picture. It might. I'm doubtful of Dune Part 3 getting into Best Picture. Have you seen the way they treated Wicked for Good, Avatar: Fire and Ash, and even Dune Part 2, which was better in every conceivable way, by all metrics, than the first Dune film, and it got 5 nominations. I guess you could maybe somewhat attribute that to its release, early release date, but yeah, I really feel like the difference between that and Project Hail Mary is probably going to be Project Hail Mary feels new and original, and so therefore people are going to gravitate more towards that. And I think it'll get more nominations than Dune Part 2, and I think it'll get more nominations than Dune Part 3. Yeah, Project Hail Mary. So, yeah. Best Director: Phil Lord, Chris Miller, Project Hail Mary. Again, placeholder. I don't think they're going to win. I don't actually think they're going to win. At least not right now. Christopher Nolan, The Odyssey. Christian Mungiu, Fjord. Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu, Digger. Greta Gerwig, Narnia, The Magician's Nephew. Olivia Wilde, The Invite. This could be a big Oscar contender. Hirokazu Koreeda, Sheep in the Box. Tom Ford, Cry to Heaven. Martin McDonagh, Wild Horse 9. Danny Boyle, Ink. Best Actress: Renate Reinsva, Fjord. Sandra Hüller, Rose. Olivia Wilde, The Invite. Mikey Madison, The Social Reckoning. Leah Seydoux, The Unknown. Rachel Brosnahan, Saturn Return. Catherine Malin Kupferer, Mouse. Haruka Ayase, Sheep in the Box. John Do-yeon, Possible Love. Emma Mackey, Narnia, The Magician's Nephew. Best Actor: Tom Cruise, Digger. I heard a lot about his performance. I heard he's going to do some crazy stuff in there. John Malkovich, Wild Horse 9. Seth Rogen, The Invite. Sebastian Stan, Fjord. Jack O'Connell, Ink. Ryan Gosling, Project Hail Mary. He could get nominated, to be honest. I'm just leaving him out for now. Matt Damon, The Odyssey. Nicholas Hoult, Cry to Heaven. Josh O'Connor, Jack of Spades. And Charles Melton, Saturn Return. Best Supporting Actress: Mariana Di Girolamo, Wild Horse 9. I butchered her name. Penelope Cruz, The Invite. Wumi Musaku, The Social Reckoning. Wumi Musaku in an Aaron Sorkin film. Yeah, I think she could get nominated. Claire Foy, Inc. And Sophie Okonedo, Mouse. Sophie Okonedo, Oscar nominated in Supporting Actress for Hotel Rwanda. She could make a comeback. If Mouse gets into Best Picture, she could contend to win. Sandra Hüller, Digger. Thandaway Newton, Cry to Heaven. Adele, Cry to Heaven. Parker Posey, Wild Horse 9. Anne Hathaway, The Odyssey. Although, I don't know if Okonedo is going lead for sure. I'm predicting her to go supporting because according to the synopsis, it seems like Kupfer might be the main character, but we'll see. Best Supporting Actor: Guy Pearce, Inc., Edward Norton, The Invite, Sam Rockwell, Wild Horse 9, John Goodman, Digger. Heard some great things about his performance in this movie. Jeremy Allen White, The Social Reckoning, Steve Buscemi, Wild Horse 9, Jesse Plemons, Digger, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Cry to Heaven, Jeremy Strong, The Social Reckoning, and Riz Ahmed, Digger. Jeremy Allen White can easily get nominated for a Sorkin movie. I could see it. Best Casting: Project Hail Mary. Again, placeholder. I do not think this is winning casting. The Odyssey, Digger, Fjord, Wild Horse 9, The Social Reckoning, Narnia, The Magician's Nephew, Dune Part 3, Disclosure Day, and Ink. Best Original Screenplay: Fjord, Digger, Wild Horse 9, Rose, Mouse, Coward, Saturn Return, Werewolf, Possible Love, Disclosure Day. Best Adapted Screenplay: Project Hail Mary, The Odyssey, Narnia, The Magician's Nephew, The Invite, Ink, The Social Reckoning, Toy Story 5, Dune Part 3, Cry to Heaven, The Unknown. I don't think very many people have Toy Story 5 in their adapted screenplay 10. But I do, just for kicks and giggles. Speaking of which, Best Animated Feature Film: Toy Story 5, Julian, Wildwood, Hoppers, Ray Gunn, Hexed, Shaun the Sheep, The Beast of Mossy Bottom, Goat, The Super Mario Galaxy Movie, Forgotten Island. I mean, I could see myself moving Wildwood up to number 1 in a couple of months. I'm just gonna wait to see what the reviews are like for both movies before I make that move. I mean, it's possible I could make that move before before the reviews of both movies come out, but right as of this video, I have Toy Story 5 at number 1. I'm not so sure about Ray Gunn. I'm not 100% sure about Ray Gunn. It could be Hex that makes the final 5, but we'll see. Best Documentary Feature: American Doctor, Once Upon a Time in Harlem, The History of Concrete, Time and Water, To Hold a Mountain, When a Witness Recants, Everybody to Kenmure Street, or Kenmure Street, I don't know how to pronounce that, Birds of War, Man on the Run, Give Me the Ball, or Give Me the Ball, because it's an exclamation point. Anyway. Best International Feature: Rose, Austria, or Germany, The Unknown, France, Sheep in the Box, Japan, Mimesis, Tunisia, Coward, Belgium, Possible Love, South Korea, A Foggy Tale, Taiwan, The Blue Trail, Brazil, We Are All Strangers, Singapore, Levitating, Indonesia. Best Film Editing: Project Hail Mary, The Odyssey, Digger, Fjord, Narnia the Magician's Nephew, Wild Horse 9, The Invite, Rose, Inc., The Social Reckoning. I do not think Project Hail Mary is going to win editing, but there are two tech categories that I think it could win. One of them is sound. That's where I have Hail Mary at number 1, and I mean it. Yeah, this is not a placeholder. I do think it could win. Or it could be The Odyssey. Or it could be Dune Part 3. Or it could be Disclosure Day. That wins. I doubt Narnia wins sound, but there are other categories I have Narnia winning. Digger, Werewolf, Cry to Heaven, Wild Horse 9, The Social Reckoning. Best Visual Effects. Project Hail Mary, Dune Part 3, The Odyssey, Disclosure Day, Narnia, The Magician's Nephew, Avengers Doomsday, Godzilla Minus Zero, Star Wars The Mandalorian and Grogu, Spider-Man Brand New Day, The End of Oak Street. I could see Hail Mary, Dune, Disclosure Day, and Narnia winning. I could see The Odyssey getting nominated and not winning. Yeah. And also, they could snub Marvel again. Best Cinematography. The Odyssey, Fjord, Project Hail Mary, Digger, Werewolf, Dune Part 3, Disclosure Day, Wild Horse 9, The Social Reckoning, and Inc. Best Production Design. Narnia the Magician's Nephew, Project Hail Mary, The Odyssey, Cry to Heaven, Werewolf, Dune Part 3, Digger, Wuthering Heights, I Love Boosters, and Inc. Narnia, I think, is going to have a slew of nominations. And a couple wins. One in production design, the other in costume design. I have Narnia at number 1, The Odyssey at number 2, and then Cry to Heaven, I Love Boosters, Werewolf, rounding out the top 5, and The Devil Wears Prada 2 at number 6, number 7 Dune Part 3, Wuthering Heights, Digger, Inc. Best Makeup and Hairstyling. Werewolf, Digger, Narnia the Magician's Nephew, The Odyssey, Dune Part 3, The Bride, Clayface, Cry to Heaven, Inc., The Devil Wears Prada 2. Best Original Score. The Odyssey. Ludwig. Is he going to win a 4th Oscar? He could. Disclosure Day. Digger. Wild Horse 9. Narnia, The Magician's Nephew. Project Hail Mary. Fjord. Cry to Heaven. Inc., The Social Reckoning. Daniel Pemberton can get his first score nomination for Project Hail Mary. He's gotten nominated for song for The Trial of Chicago 7, but he hasn't been nominated for score. Not even for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which made a couple precursors. So he can get in, but unless I see precursors, or until I see precursors, I should say, I'm going to leave Project Hail Mary out. But maybe I might put it in the coming months. Maybe. Best Original Song. So we don't know what the songs are. So here's my guess of the movies that are most likely to get the song nomination and the movie that I think might win song this year. Toy Story 5, I have at number 1. Narnia, The Magician's Nephew. And then Something by Diane Warren. I don't know what it's going to be, but yeah, Diane Warren, we always have to reserve a slot for her. Wildwood, Hexed, Digger, Disclosure Day, Cry to Heaven, The Social Reckoning, and the Super Mario Galaxy movie. And now it's time for the shorts. All these shorts that I'm predicting, I I extracted them from Sundance. These are all Sundance shorts. So yeah, here's what I chose: 1981, Cabbage Daddy, Living with a Visionary, homemade. I said homemade Gatorade. I almost said homemade grenade. Paper Trail, the Gnar of Rocks, Busybodies, Busybodies, Sorrow Doesn't Sleep at Night, The Bird's Placebo, and Once in a Body. Best Documentary Short Film, The Baddest Speechwriter of All, The Boys and the Bees, Still Standing, The Home of the Brave, Some Kind of Refuge, Going Sane, The Rise and Fall of the Center for Feeling Therapy, and Luigi. So there weren't 10 documentary short films in Sundance. I think there were only 9, and I just chose 7 of those 9. And then finally, Best Live Action Short Film: The Oracle, Prime, Jazz Infernal, The Liars, Together Forever, Stairs, Radiant Frost, Candy Bar, The Worm, and Crisis Actor. Alright, that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe, feel free to like, and if you do so, that'll be greatly appreciated. And until next time, Shalom.